Hello, this is Mr. Tariq, and today we're going to speak about Unit 8. Unit 8 in the Hello book, and Unit 8 is called Robots. So now we're going to see what do we have in Unit 8. We're going to see the objectives. So the objectives are, first of all, we have the reading part, and it's all about online posts about the advantages of new technology. And then we have the writing part, and it's about an essay about the advantages and disadvantages of having the technology in the house. And then the last thing in the language, the grammar part, and it's about the zero, first, and second conditionals, of course, if conditionals. So now we're going to start with the new vocabulary words in the unit, in Unit 8. The first one is the word click, and then the next one is familiar, invention, navigate, vehicle, GPS, hybrid vehicle, and the internet. So now let's take them one by one. The first one, the word click. The word click means a short, sharp sound as of a switch being operated or of two hard objects coming quickly into contact. So click is when you click on something, or if you when you make a short or sharp sound of a switch. The second one, or the second word, is the second vocabulary word is the word familiar, and the word familiar means well known from long or close association. So the word familiar, it means well known from long or close association, or in a close friendship. The next one is the word invention, and the word invention means the action of inventing something, typically a process or device. And then we have the word navigate, and the word navigate, it means the word navigate it means plan and direct the route or course of a ship, aircraft, or other form of transportation. And then we have the word vehicle. And the word vehicle, it is, we can say it vehicle or we can say it vehicle. Some people pronounce it vehicle, and some others pronounce it vehicle. And vehicle, it is, or vehicle, it's a thing used for transporting people or goods, especially on land, such as car, truck, or cart. This is the word vehicle. And then we have the GPS, the global positioning system, and the GPS is what we use to show us the ways or the routes, as we do on the mobile phones on Google Maps, for example. And then we have the hybrid vehicles, and the hybrid vehicles, these are the vehicles that are that run on electricity and petrol. These are called the hybrid vehicles, or the vehicles that run on electricity. And then the last thing we have is the internet, and the internet, of course, we know the internet. It is the network that we use to go online to websites. Uh, next slide here, or next point here, or the other new vocabularies we have the word translation, and the word translation, it means to translate or to change to take a text from a language, a source language, to another target language. The process of translating words or text from one language into another. And then we have the word app or the word application. And the word app, it is what we use on our mobile phones, and an application especially as downloaded by user to mobile device. This is called the word. This is the word app. And then we have the word quiz, and the word quiz, it is an exam, or to ask someone questions, to make a quiz, to ask some questions, or to ask questions to some people. And then we have the word chat, and chat is what we do online, is when you speak to your friends, when you speak to you to anyone online using your mobile, like on WhatsApp, on Facebook, Instagram, and all of these social media applications. And it's kind of talk in a friendly and informal way. This is chat. And then the last one is the word feedback. And the word feedback, it means when you give someone your opinion or information about reactions to a product, person's performance of a task, which is used as a basis for improvement. This is the word feedback. And then we have some expressions and phrases. We have find out, get around, go out, drive the engine, get lost, get nervous, give directions, and go abroad. So find out, it means when you find something. Get around is when you get around something. Go out is when you leave a place. Drive the engine is when you start the engine. Get lost is, it means when you when someone is lost, someone doesn't know the way back. Get nervous is someone when someone loses his nerve. Give directions. It's when someone gives directions to a certain place. And go abroad is when you leave the country. And then the next part here we have most of the time. Putting parts together, it's collecting parts together. Interested in is when you like something. Lead to, it means when something takes you to a place or a point. Ride on, it's when you ride on something like a bicycle, like a bike. Send to, it's when you click send to someone. Travel on, it's when you travel. And walk around is when you take a walk around something. So these are the expressions and phrases that we have for this unit. And then we have the writing part. Here, the writing part, as we said, it speaks about the advantages and disadvantages of technology. So here we have this part, this text here. It says, I have chosen the robot as the best invention. A robot is a machine that is controlled by a computer. Robots can do some of the things that people can do, like cleaning or putting parts together in a car factory. We have had robots for a long time, but today robots can do a lot more things than robots can do in the past. In my opinion, the robot is the best invention because it makes people's lives easier and it helps companies to save money when they make things like cars. So this is the writing. This is kind of a writing, or this is a way how to write a text or something. So this is the writing part. And then the next part, or the next thing that we have here is the reading part. So the reading here, the reading is about the reading about the inventions or the technology in the house. So here we have three people. We have we have three parts, three text parts. The first one is Bahir, and then the second one is Khadija. So Bahir speaks about the internet, and he says that the internet is the best invention we could have because it made things easier for people. And then Khadija, she speaks about the GPS, and she speaks about vehicles, and especially hybrid vehicles. So Khadija says that GPS, the global positioning system, it made you, or it gives you directions easier, and it makes you go to places on an easier way, and that shows on when we use the Google Maps, for example. And then she speaks about the hybrid vehicles. The hybrid vehicles are the future. The future will be in the petrol, not the petrol. It will be about the electrical cars and the hybrid vehicles and so on. So now we're going forward to the language part, the grammar part. It's about the zero conditional, the first conditional of if. And here it says, use the zero condition to talk about facts and actions that are usually true. Things that are the facts. Facts, when we speak about facts, in the present simple, we use the zero conditional. Number one, if I need help with the school project, I look online. It's my habit. So this is a habit. So as we can see, we use the zero conditional. The next example, if you boil water, it changes into steam. So this is a fact. When you boil water at a certain temperature, it changes into steam. And then the next example, if wet wood is burned, it gives off much smoke. So this is also a fact. And as we can see here, this is a fact that when the wet wood is burned, it produces more smoke or much smoke. If there's a fire, call the fire department. So this is also a fact. If we have any fire, we go directly and call the fire department. And then the last one, it is if you see my father, don't tell him about my results. And this is also something that is in the present, a fact that I had or I got bad results. So now don't tell my father about these results. And then we have the first conditional. We say, or we use it here, use the first conditional to talk about things that we think are possible or probable in the future, things that might happen in the future. The first example, it says, if I need help with our project, I'll call you. The next example, it says, if the bus arrives late, I'll take a taxi. And the last example, it says, if she's better tomorrow, she'll come to school. So these are all examples about things that might happen in the future. But they might be possible in the future, things that will happen, might happen and might not happen, but we think that are possible or probable in the future. There's a possibility that they will happen. And then the last one, the second conditional, we have two usages for these for this conditional. The first usage it is to talk about events that are possible but unlikely to happen. Like the examples we have here, if I got a bad grade for this project, I would be really unhappy. So this is something that's possible but unlikely to happen. And then the next one, if he went faster, he would catch the bus. So he might not be able to go faster, but if he went faster, he would catch the bus. And the last one, the last example, if it says if he slept early, he would get up early. So this is something that's possible but unlikely to happen. Why? Because he might be sleep, or he might sleep late, so he might get up late. So this is the first usage of the second conditional. The second usage, it is when we say use the second conditional to talk about indirect advice. If I were you, I'd read this book. If I were you, I'd see the doctor. And if I were you, I'd study hard to get high marks. So this is the usage, or this is the second usage of the last conditional. So that's what we have for today. Thank you so much for your time and have a good day. Goodbye.